Every single day, millions of Americans are judged, not by their character, not by their work ethic, not by who they are as people. They're judged by a three-digit number, a number most of them barely understand, assigned by companies they never chose, using methods they're not allowed to fully see. That number is your credit score, and what it does to your life might shock you. Now let's get into it. Let's start from the beginning. The modern credit scoring system in America is dominated by one model, FICO. Fair Isaac Corporation created it back in 1989. Before that, lending decisions were made by local bank managers who actually knew their customers. Some of that was unfair. Some of it was discriminatory. So the industry moved to an objective algorithm. But here's the thing. Algorithms aren't neutral. They're built by people, with assumptions baked in, and those assumptions have consequences. Your FICO score ranges from 300 to 850. It's calculated using 5 factors: payment history, amounts owed, length of credit history, new credit, and credit mix. Sounds reasonable, right? But look closer. The length of your credit history penalizes young people, not because they're irresponsible, but simply because they're young. The credit mix category rewards people for having multiple types of debt. Think about that. The system literally gives you a higher score for owing money in more ways. You are rewarded for being in debt. And then there's the catch-22 that traps millions of Americans. You need credit to build credit. If you've never borrowed money, if you've been responsible, paid cash, lived within your means, you might have no score at all, or a low one. Which means you'll be charged higher interest rates when you finally do need a loan. So the system punishes the cautious and rewards the leveraged. Now let's talk about who actually controls your score. There are 3 major credit bureaus: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. These are private for-profit companies. You didn't sign up for them. You didn't consent to them collecting your data, but they've been tracking your financial behavior your entire adult life. And they make mistakes, a lot of them. Studies have found that roughly 1 in 5 Americans has an error on at least one of their credit reports. Errors that can tank your score, errors that can cost you a mortgage, errors that can take months or years to fix, even when you can prove they're wrong. And if you're finding this eye-opening, drop a like right now. It tells us you want more content like this, and it helps Market Uncovered reach people who really need this information. Remember 2017? Equifax was hacked. The personal data of 147 million Americans was exposed. Social security numbers, birth dates, addresses, financial information. The company faced minimal consequences. And your data? Still out there, still being used. You never had a choice. Here's where it gets darker. Your credit score doesn't just affect your ability to get a loan anymore. Landlords run credit checks before renting you an apartment. Employers, in many states, check your credit before hiring you. Insurance companies use it to set your premiums. Utility companies use it to decide if you need to pay a deposit. A bad score doesn't just mean expensive debt. It can mean you can't get housing, can't get a job, can't afford insurance. It's a financial caste system, and it's perfectly legal. And the racial dimension of all this is impossible to ignore. Due to decades of redlining, discriminatory lending, and systemic exclusion from wealth-building opportunities, Black and Latino Americans are statistically more likely to have lower credit scores. The algorithm doesn't care about history. It doesn't factor in why someone had no access to credit, or why they had a gap in employment, or why medical debt derailed a family's finances. It just outputs a number. And that number carries the weight of generations. Medical debt is its own category of cruelty. The United States is the only wealthy nation where people regularly go bankrupt from getting sick. Medical debt became the leading cause of bankruptcy. And for years, it dragged down credit scores for something completely outside people's control. There have been some recent changes to how medical debt is treated in scoring models, but the fundamental problem remains. The system was never designed with sick people in mind. So what's the alternative? Countries like Germany and Japan have credit systems that work very differently, more privacy-focused, less punishing of people without a credit history. Some advocates are pushing for alternative data, like rent payments and utility bills, to be factored in, which could help millions of people who are currently invisible to the system. The credit score was sold to us as fairness, as objectivity, as a level playing field. But a system that rewards debt, penalizes youth, profits from your data without your consent, and perpetuates historical inequality, that's not fair. That's just a very efficient machine for keeping certain people down. Know your score, know your rights, and know who built the system, and why. So the next time someone tells you your credit score defines your financial worth, remember this. It defines nothing about who you are. It's a number built by a corporation, designed to serve lenders first and people second. The system isn't broken. It's working exactly the way it was designed to work. And the first step to beating any system is understanding it completely. Check your credit report every year. Dispute errors immediately. Build credit intentionally, not desperately. And if this video opened your eyes today, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because financial literacy isn't taught in schools. But that's exactly why Market Uncovered exists. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We cover everything, from understanding credit and debt, to mutual funds, SIPs, stock market strategies, and smart money management. Whether you're just starting your financial journey or you're looking to level up, this is the place for you. Like this video, share it, and turn on the bell notification so you never miss a video from Market Uncovered. Stay informed, stay ahead, and never let a 3-digit number write your story. See you in the next one.